I find that the top does what bottom is supposed to do, and bottom does what top is supposed to do. And then actually we create a lot of problems, and I'm not going to get into details. But this is an important thing, and this of course has also have been recorded in a few management books, and in fact some of the lab forwards you will find you will have this principle. And I think we need to be aware of that. I find this practically not discussed, not talked about. And so that's an important thing to recognize. Now, what are our mission needs? And I'm not going to take much time. I think this is all known to all of us. But the fact is, what Professor Vijayaraghavan was mentioning in the morning, I think we have done great. Compared to any other SNK organization, I would say in terms of new technology, we probably have done maximum. But the denominator, as I said, what are the expectations of the country? And that's where there is a problem. And today, again, I have no time to elaborate, but today time has come that long-term energy security of India, I think, is a threat. And it is a threat, and the only way you can sort of be free from that threat is to do the unthinkable. Today the demands on atomic energy program are so large that you may actually think it is not possible. But it's not possible because, that gap between the numerator and the denominator, I'm sorry I'm using your terminology, but that is actually widening. And some of the reasons why the society looks at it the way it does, in spite of such great performance, is because that gap is widening. And I think we need to be conscious about that and bring in greater focus in what we do. And in that, of course, see, one simple aspect is, to me, uranium, the way India's energy needs are, and the way the expectation from atomic energy in fulfilling those needs are, I think it's a matter of another 10 or 20 years. And you will find, in spite of the fact that there is plenty of uranium in the world, the uranium demand from Indian program will become maybe 8%, 10% of the global demand, and it will be literally impossible to get uranium at competitive rates. And the question then we should ask is, when we have been talking about three-stage program, when we are talking about so much of importance of thorium as a savior for our energy problem, why should we have got into that situation? And I think that's a question which all of us should think about and answer. And as Dr. Mohanty said, not leave this room till the smoke comes out. Okay? So the same thing is true about isotopes, same thing is true about cancer problem. Cancer problem, of course, there is much more inherent in that. I dare say same thing is true about new technologies as well. If you want to develop a new technology, I was and I continue to be of a firm opinion that there is no organization in the country comparable to atomic energy which can deliver on that technology. And this has been proven time and again, but then demand for these technologies is actually growing because the world of technology is moving very fast, and today we are in an era when people talk about research-led industry. So the commercial activity is actually being driven by research. And there are areas where the research in commercial entities actually is as competitive as quote-unquote basic research institutions that we know of. And I think time is not far off when you will find that better things will happen in industry than not the research institutions as they should be, but certainly in research institutions as they are. And I think we need to correct this situation. And of course, the answer to all this is the collaborative framework, concurrent working, co-working of people and groups with complementary capabilities. Now, DAE is one side, academia is another side. We must, of course, engage with academia in a much bigger way than we are currently. Our interaction is quite strong, but it is still, I think, not as deep as it should be, in my view. And most importantly, we should bring in industry. And I can tell you from my experience, we think, we develop something, we keep that technology close to our chest because we feel, that ownership, motherhood, all that is there. Do that as a concurrent development with industry. You will deliver the results in maybe 1/4 the time, 1/10 the time. That much of acceleration is possible. And many of things I know in our technologies have been good. We have displayed technology, people have appreciated, has not gone in the market because a better thing has come in the market simply because the time we lost. And I think the key to that is the engagement with industry.